Welcome to the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes and one of the great settings in all of college football. Boy, the scarlet and gray already rocking this house. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Penn State Nittany Lions. The Nittany Lions will kick it away first. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense takes the field. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling, the temperature is hot. Jesse,
gotta get out there, son.
This week more than most.
Yeah, David, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Still running at the 40.
Running
toward the tape. And that was a huge run that almost went to the house. The defense kept him from scoring. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Using the spin move. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
Hard running there. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big bag. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeye.
Fullback, baby.
And you love giving it to the big boy right near the goal line. Plowing ahead. You know he's going to put 2 hands on the football, lower his shoulder. 2nd and goal. You don't need 3rd and goal, thanks to the big fella.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Penn State's offense has the ball for the first time. These 2 dudes who both come off the edge can wreck an offensive stage, Jesse.
Man, these quarterbacks better have an internal clock working today. If you hold on to the football, you are getting sacked.
The best athletes on the field are defensive linemen, and when you got guys like this that can get after the quarterback, points will be at a premium.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake.
Light him up.
Come on. To lay out and make the catch. And the Nittany Lions headed quickly to the line.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your leg.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
In these situations, third and eternity, I know exactly what to do. I put more DBs on the field. I know it's a pass, my best pass defenses, and then I turn my pass rushes loose. Go get that QB.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way.
What a punt.
Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Pirouettes away from the defense. Pushes his way for a couple and gets it to the 7-yard line.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damage when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Got the first down and still on his feet. He now has 79 yards rushing in this one and closing in on 1,800 yards for the season.
And obviously, if you're going to be in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy, you got to be putting out big stat games week out. He's been doing it all season long and obviously had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again here today in a game where a lot of Heisman Trophy voters they're watching this.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Yeah.
Trying to move them on the counter. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30. They have had to wear that beat down.
What'd you say?
These two men, Jesse.
They've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
There's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Keeps the legs moving. One step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've spunked into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They're going to ride this running back.
When I go into every game, I want to get my running back going. I want to get the ground game going, and he has. This afternoon, over 100 yards now, showed you a little bit of everything in the run game, and that's why this offense has been hungry.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Crosses the 30, he's got to lay it. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the field.
They're getting this guy lathered up. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
I think the offensive coordinators are there going, thank goodness we don't play them ever. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs, and then hopefully move the football.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Nittany Lions will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Leaves it with the back. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. The Buckeyes may be leaders in the modern game, but this has an old-school, vintage Buckeye feel to it when they move the ball on the ground.
And Ohio State's done it year after year, and it's player after player. But this university recruits at such an elite level. They find dudes, and it's easy to run the football when you've got some dudes.
9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Now they'll try the right side. Got room at the 35. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another 1st down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The mantra is always finish. They're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being a more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Navy is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners Joe Bonino and Roger Staubach among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to North Texas. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this run.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Pressure coming. Keeps looking downfield. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster. And it's good inside the 20. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin side. My goodness. And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
And that is the play the defense needed to turn the momentum around in this game. They needed somebody to step up and make a play. That should have been intercepted.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. They'll send out the kicker here. The holder will put it down on the right hash. A 33-yard try. Smashes it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead down a little further.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really depend on.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point guard offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Offense set on 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Got him downfield. Just broke the tackle and still on his
Someone
feet.
fucking tackled
And
him.
he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. He's looking to throw it. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. After the incompletion,
Don't do that.
Behind the line of scrimmage, that'll be a loss of 3.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Looking to scramble. He's going to run it. It's a fumble on the play. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
The Nittany Lions are rolling down the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. Open runway ahead.
Impressed.
Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. And that time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down to the 10. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look.
And he's running in the open. And eventually taken down. But what about that spin move? Gives him the first down yard. What an impact from that last explosive play. They were pinned down in their own territory. Now 1st and 10 from their own 45.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Give to the fullback. Smashes through. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Grabs it in the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good.
That was sweet.
Now on first down from the 30. They're going to run it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Small game, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll try the run.
Fuck it.
Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And it's runs like that, man, where he just shows you a little bit of everything that is the reason why he's in the Heisman. It's like this dude leads the nation in rushing for a reason. They hand him the football a lot.
Touchdown, Ohio State! And the pummeling has started. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it away after scoring a touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
on third down. He drops to throw. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and he'll bring up fourth down. The Nittany Lions will call on their punt team. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Just needs a crack to get a return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're an offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, this defense seems like they've had a good plan for the QB run game. They just always seem to be in position, and they're just waiting for him to keep the football and try to get outside. Nice scheme coming into this game.
Fires to the wideout. It's complete. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back goes in motion. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Got some room. Headed to the goal line. Touchdown Buckeyes. And the route is on.
Nice touchdown run. This is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the 3rd quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is decent.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Really needed to get some distance on that punt from this spot on the field, and he did. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. First down to start the drive after the break. Running it to the right. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that one play to pick up the first.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. He'll toss it. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile. He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. It's good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty, just the move. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Kennesaw State is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to FIU. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Makes the grab on the back. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him and get him to the ground for a minute.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Fires into traffic, picked off.
How about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Buys a little time. He's going to take off. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the ground. No, he just flat ran over it. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football, get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Some would say clock, some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop the run defense. Now listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And they tacked on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside the spot. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They'll throw it on first down. He's taking the deep shot. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle,
Wow.
but that's going to do it. No matter how much
DJ back.
changes, realignment,
Oh, the money.
rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival. You're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team. And bragging rights now for them.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games because this is always, there's a letdown that naturally happens after these big rivalry wins. We feel like our chest is poked out. We got to look on to the next game, focus in on this next one.
So that's going to do it for us.
Fucking maybe. Oh, man, I'm good. Yes. Yeah.
Can you imagine if you didn't make it? Yeah, airplanes coming. Yeah, yeah. We need a boat. No, I won't. No.
There's like 14 airplanes. He plays every single sport. And then, like, I think he's got kids that go to space or something. I don't know. Jesus, should be a lifetime. Ball. Got the shoe rock and that. I like the soccer one and the football one. Is it on there? I think it's because it's not his dog. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, but. Yes. Ruined something. Might have ruined the birthday party or something because the clown was there. So, like, craft the place or something.
Yeah. Something scared him.
UTSA in a hell of a matchup. Oh! Thank you for that. Let's go. Oh, what happened? TJ drive all the way down there.
And the Big House, home to one of the most storied programs in college football, and the first one to win 1,000 games, the Michigan Wolverines. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration.
Let's go.
Senior Day. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Justin Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Michigan's offense will get the first possession of the game. Stakes are always high in the game. Careers are made and lost because of it, and they'll have to manage their emotions, guys.
Some games in college football just mean more. You think about Ohio State and Michigan. You think about not just Big Ten implications, national title implications, Heisman Trophy implications. Late in the year, David, this is just must-watch TV.
Must-watch TV. Two of the winningest programs in college football history. This game, I tell you what, recent years has really brought back the tradition and been so much more competitive now that Michigan's also getting some wins.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Looking to throw, it's Peterson. They get him a rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
Man, you talk all week about setting the tone, quieting this crowd. Don't let them get involved. You know how you do that? Get a sack and force a punt on the first possession of the football game. That's a heck of a start for this defense.
And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Buckeyes offense will go to work for the first time today. David, we'll see just how effective they can be on the ground running against a backer like this.
But they're going to do what they do, and they're going to feature their guy. He's an elite running back. You're a great linebacker. Let's see who wins this battle.
There have been entire defenses that haven't been able to slow this running back down. This linebacker, though, he's got the athleticism to do it himself.
Just a savvy, veteran, productive run from this junior.
That's a really nice run right there. One of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they made it
Too
to
fast.
the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the
God
country
damn
in
it, TJ.
points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run
Give
hitters.
us ball game.
They scored
Gonna get
fast.
tight one.
They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 35-yard
Get up,
pass
too.
for 6.
Get up, too.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Turn it into points, baby.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and he'll bring it to the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad.
And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Let's go,
And
TJ.
this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass, playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
He's got great speed. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
On first down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He unleashes a long one. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary, guys that can win one-on-one, guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
That's reeled in at Soto. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I can go back to 2006 when they were 1-.
And it's picked off. Even with minimal gain on the return, they are working with a short field from the 36.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Just steamrolling the defense. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
And you gotta throw the fullbacks a
Big time.
Okay, those dudes have one of the worst jobs on the field. Always blocking every single play, down in, down out. When you get those situations, you can give them the ball, give them a bone, reward them for all of this hard work.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball. The guys holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Running back looking for the end zone to the left. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And the holder will spot it on the 14 for a 24-yard attempt. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And now the lead is even bigger.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Paul, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. wants to throw. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7. They'll line up for a second down play. Got his man quickly. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Catch in the middle. It's Horn. Able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and time is going to drain out here in the first quarter. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking to pass. It's Peterson. And they knocked him down almost immediately.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one. You're seeing that in this game.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Got his man on the right. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Well, the field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down, grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverine.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between the QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great because the coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
They'll bring it back from inside the spot. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. He's past the 30. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And that play there is essentially a microcosm of why this guy's the leading rusher in the nation and why he's in contention with a Heisman Trophy. This guy's got speed, open field running ability. He can break tackles. He can just do it all.
Inside the 40. Can anyone catch him? He was on his way. He could smell it. He gets it inside the 10. They stop him at the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. Just steamrolling his way through. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah,
Illegal man down too?
You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
Yeah, I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
The offense set for a first down play. They're going back to the ground. At the 20, he's got space.
I was about to say, someone's going to catch your eyes.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking for a man, it's Peterson. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, going up top. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football, you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here's the handoff. Just having these dudes bounce off of him like popcorn. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and he is within striking distance of a 2,000-yard season. Leaves it with the running back. Thrust that arm out. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. The Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. They'll try the right side. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
See, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the
Be an
football,
athlete, son.
engulfing the running back.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target. It was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, picked off. Didn't really have room to
squeeze it in there, son.
But he hands him the ball at the 32.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Getting late here in the 1st half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. To the air, it's Peterson. Working that left side now. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. He's going to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, and great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19
What the
national
fuck, kid?
championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always matters. You go back to 2006, number 1 versus number 2, so always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the first and goal. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. To the air, it's Peterson. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop, go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown and get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that you have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Off play action. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And he makes the catch inside the 20. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He makes a grab. And he hauled it in, but couldn't quite get it to the end zone. Defense forces him out of bounds at the 3. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Wow, you usually don't get that wide open in the end zone. If that ball comes in like that, that's a play the receiver has just got to be able to make for his team.
They want to dance their way in on third and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, whether it's in the shoe or the big house, when you have these two programs with all that's at stake today, you know emotions run high in a game known simply as the game.
On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. And this setter downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Still on his feet at the 45. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Looking for a gap. It's Dickey. On the move to the 30. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. They go to the ground. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Now on the counter. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points. Ohio State is dotting Michigan's eye as the Buckeyes are firmly
What
in
a
control.
fucking ball.
Ohio State, they've let a few get away from their rival in Michigan, and they're trying to get that back. So they came into this one with a chip on their shoulder. They're not always used to being in that position when they play against Michigan. But, David, in the second half here, it's all about it.
Yeah, and you know you got to be physical. When you play the Wolverines, you know the type of brand that they play. Ohio State has matched that physicality. They have been ready. They were ready for the game, and they've handled business.
Bringing it back. And the returner will be knocked down.
That's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you've got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
This offense is so deep in the hole, it looks like the end zone's at the end of the earth. Off play action on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. What an impact from that last explosive play. They were pinned down in their own territory. Now 1st and 10 from their own 45. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
Got it behind the line. It's Daly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking down the middle. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
On the run, it's Sticky. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? They'll try to run for it. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. First down to start the drive after the break. Running back searching for a hole. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And these defensive tackles just eat me. They swallow human beings when they get near. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he can
just plowing down the field. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Buckeyes are on the move. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
They'll leave it with him. Jukes his way for more. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21.
That didn't bust for a long one. Now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
The Buckeyes trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. The receiver on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Ohio State! And the stomping has commenced. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
He's got an open man. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Wants to throw. It's Peterson. Quickly complete.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You've got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
He wants to throw it again. He makes the connection.
This offense has their work cut out for him, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man down the middle. And he's brought down after a nice game. The offense offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on third down? Awesome job.
And the defense, Dave got him at the 27. He just terrorized his quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play out.
Going for it all. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Looking for a man. It's Peterson. It's complete to the left. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Wolverines will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got the tight end. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. The first down for the offense. Pass escapes him still on his feet. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
That is just demoralizing for an offense, right? You're down in the game. It's the 4th quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything.
Afterburners coming. They're able to make the stop, but this offense running plays and racking up yards all the way to the end as they get the W. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you start.
Again.